Prosperity is so much bigger than money. It's about mindset, execution, and the courage to believe you deserve more than just survival. You deserve success. Because as I always say, success moves at the speed of execution. You can hope for change all day long, but prosperity shows up when you decide to move differently.
Here we go! Nicole Johnson, Nicole Johnson, Nicole Johnson. Let's go!
And welcome to this edition of Prosperity Conversations. Listen, as I always tell you guys, I never know what my guests are gonna say. And that is really the part that I love about this. I am the Nicole Johnson. I am the founder of the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. And today's episode is going to center around one of my favorite things. Y'all, if y'all didn't know, I got a couple of them. But today we're going to talk about fear from fear to financial freedom. Really getting to define prosperity on your own terms. And I have a special guest with me today. I found her. Listen, I found her. Okay, I found her on Instagram, and y'all, I thought I'd say some outrageous things. I really did. But it is so wonderful when you meet somebody that say stuff just as outrageous as you do. And she was sitting in the car having her own Instagram live. And I was like, what's she going to talk about today? And she was like, I done seen more cat than a little bit. Ma'am, really? This how we start now? I said, okay, well, you know what? I ain't mad at her. But for what she does, is she supposed to. So y'all welcome to the stage, Miss Heather, the lady Brazilianaire.
Hello.
Hey Heather, how are you?
I am wonderful, waiting on my cats to arrive later.
Listen, it is just something about hearing that till I am so tickled. So do me a favor, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know from who you are from you. Good. Well, grandmama tell you now what she tell you.
Hello, everybody who can hear the sound of my voice in my face. My name is Heather Weatherspoon, also known as the Lady Brazilianaire, CEO and founder of the Lady Brazilianaire Waxing Studio right here in Arlington, Texas, where my mission is to instill in you that when you feel good, you look good. And when you look good, baby, they pay good. That is who I am.
I can't wait. I can't. Y'all, if you don't know by this moment that this finna be a wild ride,
Yes.
it's finna be a
Yes.
wild ride, y'all. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Heather, this is where I always start. Share with us what prosperity means to you.
Prosperity to me means peace. To be at peace not only with everything on the outside of you, but also on the inside of you, which is why that's part of my mission statement. For me to be here talking to you in this life now, that's prosperity to me.
Oh,
Laid the blueprint. I was given the blueprint, excuse me. I followed it.
yeah.
And now I can honestly say I'm at peace.
I love it. I love it. People think that prosperity automatically means money. Now,
Right.
don't get us wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a fat bank account,
It
okay?
plays the part.
So it plays a part. It can
Right.
buy quite a few things that can bring peace
Yes.
around you,
Yes.
right? But as we have seen, there are so many people who have boatloads of money
Yeah.
and still are not happy. They're still
Still
not
unhappy.
at
Still
peace
miserable.
with
Yeah.
themselves. Miserable people,
Yeah.
right? But you'll find that there are people who live very simple lives, don't necessarily have a lot, but their heart posture is full of peace.
Absolutely.
And I can totally understand that. And what attracted me to Heather was her passion for people. right? Her passion for was for people. And so when you can start, no matter what has happened to you, what you dealt with, what you lived through, what you survived, and now you're thriving because we're not
Yes.
living in survival mode, we're living in thriving mode. And then you turn around and help somebody else.
Yes.
And when you're in the industry that you are in, yeah, because you delve down into the deepest parts of some ladies, okay? You know,
Listen.
when you can't
Listen.
just listen. The only person I go spread like that is the OBGYN, okay?
Hey, I see a whole lot.
So, Heather, what brought you to giving ladies a Brazilian wax?
So I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm originally from. I
Okay.
grew up in the west end of the city, which is known to be the less fortunate part of the city, right? And back then, we didn't talk about self care. All we
Okay.
talked about was going to college, getting a great education, marrying somebody who was well off, and they would take care of you, right? So I chose to go to pharmacy school because that was something that I knew about. But I got tired. I didn't want to do that anymore. So I left pharmacy school. I'm actually a pharmacy technician. I left. My mother was livid. And she said, Heather, what are you going to do? I said, Mama, I want to be able to come back and help the hood, my neighborhood. So I
Hmm.
enrolled in aesthetic school. I said, Mama, if I can go to the rich people and learn how to actually help people and show them what to do, I can come back home and do it. She said,
Mm.
show me. And I did it. I went to school 9 months, worked 40 hours in 2 days for 9 months, graduated and started working. So many umpteenth years later, took all my information like I said I would, poured it back into my community, opened up the largest salon in my city, 3,000 square feet, and gave 13 people an opportunity to show what they could do. He gave me the blueprint. I stuck to it. I marked it off. And here I am.
Y'all know what that means, like that T. Heather, that's amazing. Did you say 40 hours in 2 days?
I did. I did. That was my first time in knowing and understanding what discipline was. And at
Mm-hmm.
the time, my son was 2. I knew I had to pay bills. I knew I had to take care of my son. But I was like, how am I going to do this and go to beauty school at the same time? So if you watch this and you have been to beauty school, you know either you go to school or you work. You can't do both. I made a point and I made a choice. I told my
Mm-hmm.
employer, if you work with me, I'll work with you. But I gotta go to school. I gotta do something better for my son. We shook hands on it. And Nicole, I worked 9 months, 40 hours in 2 days. I worked from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight every weekend. I went to school Monday through Friday for 9 months.
Wow. Heather, that's amazing because it does take another level
Yeah,
of discipline to do
yeah,
that. And in the beginning, as a business owner, what I had to learn the hard way, and I mean, I got some PhDs in the school of hard knocks, baby, on a whole bunch of different levels. And I had to learn to stop expecting me from others.
yes,
But it's one of the things that drives me when it comes to my clients when I'm teaching them how to define their goals and then how to achieve their goals. And I tell them, I'm your best and your worst accountability partner. And they're like, how can you be both? I said, because I'm never going to let you forget your goals.
right.
Even when you start to slack on them, here come the worst one you want to be deal with, because I'm not going to let you forget your goals. See, what happened was I was a single mom. I
Yeah.
had a high school daughter. I had a middle school son. So, boys and girls give their own lessons and issues, right? And
Ooh,
then doing it by yourself, okay? So I'm working full time in the office 5 days a week. She's in high school, he's in middle school, she's playing volleyball, he's in the band, all of the things that go with travel, practice, and all of those things. Then I'm in law school. I go to school 3 days a week, or I'm in school one day a week and all day on Saturday, right? And then my last year and a half of law school, I enrolled in online school to get my master's degree.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing two graduate programs at the same time. I got a full-time job. I'm raising two kids, and I launched a business.
Mm.
So when they tell me about time,
Yeah.
what they don't have time to do, even in all of that, I still manage to show up at games. I
Yep.
still manage to eat, take a
Yep.
bath,
Yep.
get some clothes, do some grocery shopping, some laundry, and all the other responsibilities.
Right.
So I feel you on that. But it is also the thing that we are aligned with, right? We are aligned with that because to take what we learn and then go back and give it to someone else.
Yep.
When I started, I said, I'm not looking to give anybody a handout.
Mm-mm.
I'm looking to give them a hand up,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so you come across so many people. So, Heather, what is it that keeps you going to continue? Because I heard you say I watched one of your videos and you talked about how you had several different salons,
Mm-hmm.
several different beauty schools,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now you're doing what you do today.
Yeah.
So, how do you continue to help people, even when they sometimes don't want to help themselves?
I always ask them, what's your why?
Mm,
Why
mm.
did you choose to walk this path? And then Nicole, I get real with them. And I ask them, is you broke?
Heather, that's
See?
lesson number one. Don't
See?
drink and talk to Heather at the same time.
And I ask them, is you broke? And I say it just like that. I don't use correct English all the time.
I know that's right.
I ask mine, I look at it, is you broke?
That's it. Get up
And
in there
then
with
and
them.
then they'll look at me and they'll go, yeah, but I said, yeah.
Hmm.
Ain't you tired of being broke? Ain't you tired of being tired?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, come on, let's learn.
That's
Because the
it.
only way only way you're not gonna be tired or tired is what they say. You got to learn. You got to want to learn. When you hungry, what you do? You go in the kitchen and you find you something to eat. You
That's
make a peanut butter jelly sandwich or a mayonnaise sandwich. You find you something to do. Guess what? Come on in the room. I'm gonna give you some education. Now it's up to you to use it. But
that's
I
it.
promise you, when you walk out that door, you're gonna be like, you know what? She made sense. I can do this. Yes, I teach my students how to make $100,000 in 10 months. And they look at me and go, that's a lot, baby. That's the smallest of your worries.
Oh, come
If
on.
they walk out of here, Nicole, and they give me, reviews and updates, my students are wonderful.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And even in this day where self-care for women has not for some time, this is a shift.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up hearing about make sure your eyebrows are done,
Right,
get your
right,
lashes done. Your lashes
right,
didn't come along till I was way up in age,
right.
right? But taking care of ourselves. I grew up in the society that said work till you damn near dead.
Yeah,
Okay. You
yeah,
you work 40 hours, you
yeah,
come home, then you take care of kids and
yep,
all of that. There was no, you were the last to be
yeah,
taken care of
yeah,
until you were almost broken down.
yeah.
But now you're in an industry that making that kind of money,
Mm-hmm.
what does that do for you personally, but also your family? Because if you haven't said it, but
Mm-hmm.
I hear it. I surely hear legacy. I hear Heather has something to leave
Oh,
behind.
yeah.
Yeah, come on with it.
Yeah.
Come
Oh
on.
yeah. So my daughter, I have two children like you. I have my son and my daughter. My son, he's been in this industry since he was 2. He was with me while I was in school. So he understands how to run a business. My son is my chef.
Okay. Wait. Hold up. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It
All
gets
right.
better. So, and my daughter, she loves fashion. She loves to take pictures, right? So my daughter is my photographer. So this business is my children's business. They know how. The only thing my children do not know how to do is wax. That's it. But as far as keeping a profit and loss sheet, P&L, receipts, customer service, retail, my children, they're 18 and 11. They could run this business if I needed them to.
Who's 11?
My daughter.
Did you say your daughter is your photographer?
She is. When I am unable to find, and I'll send you pictures. When I am unable to find a photographer, I'll say, "Hey, Kaylee, let's go take some pictures." She's a girl. She's a girly girl. She's all about pictures, right? She will get her phone and she will literally, and my pictures come out looking like I paid a photographer. So I just pay her. I take her to Five Below and let her go shopping. So hey, it works. It's a win-win situation.
And she's happy. She's just
She's
as
happy.
happy. But
My
you know
son,
what? Go
my
ahead. Go
son,
ahead. Go
my son, he's my chef. So when I have private events, I'll say, "Hey, Michael," I said, "make me something good." He'll go, "I got you." He likes to cook.
Oh, I love
He
it.
loves cooking. So my son will go in the kitchen. I'll give him some money because I have to pay my chef, right?
That's
I'll give him
right.
some money. He'll go buy the product. He'll make it and he will serve it.
I'm loving this because our parents taught us, like you said, go to school, get a
Mhm,
good education,
mhm.
find a good job, right? That's why most women in our age bracket are professional students. We got more degrees than anything else,
Yeah,
right? And then we're working to the point that we're 50, 60, 70 years old. It's almost got to be forced out the job,
yeah.
off the job. But never did we think or were we taught entrepreneurship
No,
or build a business of our
no,
own.
no.
Now, don't get me wrong. I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Well, right now I'm on furlough, but I got a 9 to 5,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with me maintaining it and
Nothing at
still
all.
building my empire.
Nothing at
Right,
all.
right now I may have to be my own funding source for my
Hmm.
business. That's
Absolutely.
what happens. But I didn't learn entrepreneurship growing up.
I did not. I
Did
did
not
not.
learn it. And I love the fact that your children
Yeah.
at 18 years old and 11 years old are so well versed in what you, not only what you do,
Mhm.
but that they found their own lane. Oh my gosh, Heather, I got
Yeah.
chills over here because here's what I'm thinking. I have future events coming up, and let me
Mhm.
take a moment to say one of the things where you and I are aligning is giving back to the community, which is
Absolutely.
why I developed the She Economy Hub. It is my nonprofit organization, and we are currently in our giving campaign. So, anybody who's watching now, feel free to click on there because we are looking to sponsor at least 20 ladies
Mhm.
to attend our Vision and Empowerment Retreat right here local in Dallas, January 15th through 17th, sponsored by in partnership with the Sandman Signature Hotel. We have some wonderful sponsors from Dot Cards, Coffee and Bible, Dinner Detective, a local author by the name of Natasha Mack, my hometown, all the way back to Alabama, the Spa Boss Tribe of Alabama, our sponsors. And so I am super excited about, yes, child. Yeah, I've girl been working hard over here.
Yes.
Oh, and my favorite, I love them all. Don't get me wrong, but my absolute favorite is World Spring Spa out
Absolutely.
there at the Colony, where I
Absolutely.
have already looked. I've gone and tested the systems a couple of times.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that 99-degree water, that 103-degree water that relaxes the muscles and relieves the stress, and then that perfect temperature of 94 degrees that just helps bring the temperature down some.
Mhm.
And when I tell you that was the best water aerobics, and wasn't nobody but me in the water pedaling and feeling all good. So I am super grateful for our sponsor. It means a lot to me, and we have many more. You can feel free to go to the website and be a part of our giving campaign. It would mean the world to me. But as I have put into this the retreat as well as the nonprofit organization, I keep coming across people who say, how can I help?
Yeah.
How can I help? And so what I love about what I hear you saying is the network that we build, because now when somebody says, you know what, I have an event coming up and I can't find a reasonably priced photographer, because I have your price is your price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me call Heather and see if little mama is available. Kylie,
Kaylee.
Kaylee,
Okay.
Kaylee, you want to make some money?
And then she was
Kaylee.
okay. Okay. Okay.
I absolutely love it. And then I'm thinking of something else that's involved. I might have to borrow your son. I may have to
Hey.
say, come on, send him on over here, and we'll take good care of him. But this is what it's about. This is how prosperity in so many other ways in our community, how it grows. Each one reach one and
Yeah.
teach one.
Yes.
And so I want to go a little bit further as to what you hear from your clients. How is, because honey, when I've seen these commercials and these videos where folks put that wax on.
Yeah.
I got these eyebrows done a couple of times, and Lord knows, but I can't switch from up here to
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But but tell me, Heather, how does it what's the transformation for your client?
Breathtaking. Stress relieving. I've had some, and I'm sure you'll understand when I say this. I've had some clients, Nicole, come and relieve themselves, cry.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I also do Yanni's themes too, but in the midst of me waxing, it's like a therapy session.
It
And
is.
even though I did not go to school to be a psychiatrist or therapist or what have you, I'm still a therapist.
You are.
And what I tell my clients, and I this is a safe space. I tell my clients, baby, you'd be surprised. I might be going through the same thing as you.
That part.
And so when my client gets on this table and she spread it open and we get to talking and gossiping, she'll say something like, you know what? Me too. For real? Yes. And we talk like we sisters and cousins and and she get to crying. I turn that music on and I let the music talk to her.
Yeah.
And when she's done, she go, Heather, thank you. I got you. I understand. It's all right. Every single one of my clients, I've built a rapport with them with what we were taught to do. But I take mine further. I talk about cat, rat, dog, mama, brother, cousin, sister, boyfriend, husband, sad bitch. I talk about all of them. But most importantly, I ask, how are you feeling? Because
Yeah.
when's the last time somebody actually asked, how
Checked
are
on
you feeling?
you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when they come in here and when I ask that question, they, oh, I'm okay, baby. No, you're not.
Right.
When you hit that threshold, I felt your energy. How are you
Mm,
feeling? Talk.
yeah. Yeah. Heather, that's wonderful, because I tell mine, a lot of what we do is therapeutic, but I'm not your therapist.
Right.
But I do actually just recently, because I care about them so much, I brought a therapist into the room
Hmm.
for them to get to know her,
Yeah.
and then for her to extend her services to them, because I can only carry you so far.
That's called a partnership.
There it is. There it is. And here's the other thing. We have to
Mm.
understand, we don't have to learn and experience every lesson in life.
Right.
So if I can say, Heather, this is what I see happening. Heather might say, you know what? I had a lady in here about 2 weeks ago. She was an attorney, or she was a doctor, or she was a this, and she was that. And she explained this same scenario, but here was the solution that was provided.
Hmm.
Now I can avoid something. I can I can duck something. Now I have a solution. When I came in, I didn't have one. And so this is where community becomes so important, because we spend a lot of our lives as women hiding,
Yeah.
being shameful,
Yeah.
right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Not too long, well, years and years ago, when I did watch this I'm not gonna call the name of the show because I don't want nobody to get upset. But it was all these doctors on there, and one of them was the OBGYN, and she talked about don't put soap down there, don't put soap and water. Man, what you supposed to wash with then? Vinegar? I mean, all her counterpart and best friend was like, don't y'all listen to that mess. Be
Literally.
around here look flaming.
Listen.
But you know what? There are so many. Do you remember back in the day that red bag with that long tube that mama used to hang on the back of
Oh
the door?
yeah.
And I was like,
A hot water bag. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
now what? Where you supposed to put that? My mama never told me. She
Yeah.
never told me right until I was grown,
Yeah.
right? And then I said, "Oh, is that what that's for?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because the internet wasn't back then. It didn't
Yeah.
exist back then,
And
right?
on top of that, some things were very hush hush.
All the time. And I don't know why. If
Yeah.
my mama don't teach me or the female in my life don't teach me, how I'm supposed to learn, right? Try it out. Well, Heather, let me tell you about that time I tried Summer's Eve. Why I end up with an emergency appointment at the OBGYN, walking like I had been riding a horse all my life. She was like, "What is?" I said, I thought, after she told me,
Yeah. Yeah.
and guess what I found out? I'm allergic to it.
Well, you don't know what you don't know. But you know now.
Don't know what you don't know. Yeah, that was my PhD
Yeah.
in summer evology.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Heather, the transformation, and I don't know if you've ever thought of it like that, but when they come in, they're not just having that physical transformation from the ripping of that wax off. Okay, that's just how I hear because I see what.
Yep. That's it. That's it. That's it.
I'm like, how many angels did I just count? I
Yeah.
lost count after
Yeah.
100 of them.
Yeah. Your first time is always the worst time. I put that in.
Heather, okay. But anywho,
Yeah.
it's you're creating a safe space, as you call
Yes.
it, which is what I call it too, for them to have an experience and a
Yes.
transformation. And I love it. So I am going to put your Instagram. Y'all go over there and follow her because when I tell you, she ain't cut up like she could have. She ain't
Listen.
cut up
Listen.
like she could have, okay? But I love the fact that all over your IG page is just different ways where you're talking to the people. I
Yeah.
love it. You keep it simple, you keep it clear, but you keep it real.
Yeah.
And that's what we need in our community because I can only imagine that people who are watching are of various ages.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Young and old. So I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna give you an invitation. We're gonna go off camera and have a little girl talk because I know you got to get on to the places because you gotta go play in cats and all that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds so horrible, but it is what it is.
Woo, listen.
It is what it is. So Heather, to the woman or young girl who is sitting watching this episode and feeling stuck
Mhm.
and unseen, what would you say to her?
You're not the first, nor will you be the last. And it is okay. And don't look at it as I'm stuck. Look at it as the spirit telling you, utilize this time wisely because the plan that I have for you is so great. Don't be so quick to get upset because things aren't going my way. It's okay. Maybe right now is the time it ain't supposed to go your way. Utilize
Mm.
your time wisely. That journal or that notebook that you got from the Dollar Tree, get it out and write in it. It's all right. I promise you, you ain't stuck, baby. The same questions you got, I had them. And guess what? I still ask questions every single day.
And let me just add one sentence to that. You do not have to do it alone.
You don't.
You
You don't.
don't have to do it
I promise you.
alone.
Oh,
Heather, I appreciate you. These prosperity conversations have been such a blessing, and I hope that it continues to bless the audience. And I look forward to the different things that you and I will collab on and have
Absolutely.
partnerships with. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes you meet somebody in the state, and we stuck like Chuck now. You
Right.
and me,
Don't forget to write.
Okay, absolutely is. Woo! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Listen, I want to thank you for sharing your heart, your
Thank you.
truth, your passion. Your story is such a reminder that prosperity starts with a decision, but
Yes.
is sustained through courage and consistency. And to everyone watching, remember this: prosperity is not perfection.
Mm-mm.
It's progress with purpose. And no matter where you are in your journey, success always moves at the speed of execution.
Yes.
Until next time, I am the Nicole Johnson, and this has been another episode of Prosperity Conversations. See you guys later.